Look, this is a great evening. Many great things have been said. So I'm going to be very, very brief. The first thing I want to say is that the day I was leaving office, Fred asked to see me. He insisted to see me. I was not sure that day I wanted to see Fred. But Fred said, I must see you today. So he came round to my house and walked me through this great idea. Now, unlike you, Grassa, I did not accept immediately. I asked for time to think about it. And I had two reasons for that. Now, Fred, you should know. Number one, after he spoke to me, I was not sure that he needed my advice. Because he wanted me to advise him. But I was not certain he needed my advice. But I said, Fred, I want to think about it. Then I went and watched a TED talk he gave about a generation of Africans who will fix this continent. I've never told you that, Fred. But that one made my mind. And of course, he added, Grassa Machel is also there as our chancellor. So the deal was done. But the second reason I was hesitating was that in my 10 years as president of the bank, I was struggling with this idea, how to revitalize higher education in Africa. But I was asking the wrong questions. Because we then gave money to the African Union to start something called the Pan-African University in the 5 regions of Africa. Because I profoundly believe that this continent has to train its next generation of leaders here in Africa. But we asked the wrong questions, and I'm not certain that the model we put in place was the right one. But as I listened to Fred, I thought maybe I could advise him on the mistakes we made and also try to help him achieve on his goal and the colleagues. So, Fred, I want to say to you today and your colleagues, you represent a new generation, as Grassa was saying, which will fix what is wrong with this continent. Now, I want to end where, what is her name again? Please forgive me. Latifa Kinyanye, is that right? Latifa. She came here and quoted to us Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, and I want to go a bit further and briefly talk about a speech he made at the South African Parliament in Cape Town. This is what he said. Each time I meet European leaders, they ask me, how is Burundi? I say, I'm not from Burundi, I'm from Tanzania. But they say, but you're an African. But he said, if I meet Tony Blair, it will never appear to me to ask him, how is Chechnya? How is former Yugoslavia? Because he's British. They look at us as Africans. We are our brother's keeper. And this takes me to what Grassa said about the languages. Because part of the challenges we're having in educating this new generation is the issue of languages. Are you a Francophone? Are you an Anglophone? Are you a Lusophone? To which a leader at a meeting I was attending in Paris said, I'm none of those. I'm a Bantuphone. Asked by a leader, are you a Francophone, Anglophone? He said, I'm a Bantuphone. So, Grassa, you're right. We are who we are. So, those things which separated us must now bring us together. And I think the African Leadership University is a new model of what will bring us together, what will make it possible to fix this continent. I want to end, just 1 second, by saying to you that in the last few months, if you look at the newspapers talking about Africa, it's very, very bearish. Some have said, is Africa's honeymoon over? Or are the good times gone? And the reason is that the price of copper and oil has declined. So for many of them, Africa is equal to what is below the ground. They don't know that Africa of tomorrow will be made by people like you training here. It will not be made by oil or copper. Think of the most successful economies in the world today and look at below the soil. Often they don't have much. South Korea, Singapore, I could go on. But what they have is one thing. In South Korea, teachers are called nation builders. And it's not surprising that South Korea has some of the most advanced educational system on planet Earth. So you are the future. You are the Africa rising, not the price of copper, not the price of oil. You are the people who will fix the challenges of today. And if that means I take a few days to advise Fred, if he needs advice, I'm happy to do so. So I want to commend all of you, to wish you well, and to thank you for what I think is a great adventure to which all of us are fully committed. I thank you so much.